Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I think you can see us. We cannot see ourselves, but I think you can see us. I'm going to share with you the presentation so you can see what we're going to share with you about our primary music and performing arts department. On this slide, you will see that we are four in the team, in the primary team, leading as head of performing arts in primary. And then we have Miss McCabe and Miss Verwey, who are the music teachers in primary, and Miss Parker as well, who is the drama teacher in primary and secondary. On this slide, you will see why is drama beneficial in primary education. So basically, it helps develop and increases opportunities for children for storytelling and enhances the oracy skills. So it's really good for the children to start drama in primary education. And it also helps them with encouraging creativity and with critical thinking, which is really good, and they can apply as well in other subjects. And on this next slide, I'm sharing as well what is the primary drama curriculum and what are we focusing on. So in year one, they're exploring familiar themes and characters through role play and improvisation. They need to try how to act their own characters or known well stories using different voices and using their body expression and facial expression, and then discuss at the end of the performance if they like it, if there was something that they could be working on to improve. And of course, that is also a way of them to present traditional tales or stories to other children in the class. And hopefully, as well, they will be able to do that in a performance at the end in term 3. All of these curriculum is linked to the topics that they are doing in year one. So they're working on animals, fantasy stories, and traditional tales. Then we have as well the primary drama curriculum in year 5 and 6 that Ms. Parker is going to share with you a little bit.
Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me okay. So every half term we do explore a brand new topic, and it is always underpinned by an issue or theme to make it relevant, and also to help the students that we teach and your children understand more about the complex world that we live in. Every lesson, students acquire new skills, they learn dramatic conventions, and then every lesson they perform back and show us their skills and demonstrate a range of characters. I've just said it, but they do showcase every single lesson because this pushes not only their confidence, but their performance skills as well. During term 2 and 3, we actually begin to analyse and interpret a script. So students take ownership over the script and they actually look at how they would like to be performing it. So we call that page to stage. So as I've mentioned, they take real ownership over their physical choices as well as their vocal choices. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, the topics that we cover are very broad and they're really good fun. And the students always love getting stuck in. So we have Kickstart, Amadora, Matilda, Space Quest, Shakespeare and Time Travel in year 5, year 6, Darkwood Manor, Pantomime, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Evacuees, Shakespeare and The Island.
And then as well, we have some extracurricular activities for drama, which the Lambda, the Academy of Music and Drama are involved in. And they had auditions last week for those children in year 5 and 6 who wanted to take part. But I don't know whether if there is still a chance for them to sign.
We're actually at full capacity this year. Because there are 2 teachers, we can't have more than a certain amount of students. If not, the students don't get the allocated time, specialism, guidance and support that they need. But we do run it all the way up until year 12. So if your lovely child missed out the opportunity to do it this year, there's always next year. So I look forward to welcoming them then.
All right, and now we're going to move on to music. So why music is beneficial in primary education. And of course, as you may know, music uses the same part of the brain that we use for learning languages. So for example, if your child is learning a second or a third language and they play music as well, they're using the same part of the brain, which is making them use more and help them in learning. It develops a lot of skills like motor skills and hand-eye coordination. It inspires creativity. It's also really good for memory, to train the memory. And of course, it improves the working as a team and being part of something. Like, for example, if they're part of a choir in the school, they get to learn how is it and how to work together as a team to get the best out of it. So music, it has many benefits, which I'm sure you will agree with us, that are really beneficial for the children. And in the early years, the children mainly use their voices and bodies to make body percussion, to make sounds. And at the same time, they start to learn different different words that we use in music, like what is tempo or what is dynamics. They start to learn about the difference, about what means high pitch or low pitch. They learn as well how to move along with the beat, or how to clap, or by using percussion instruments, how to tap on that instrument along with the movement of the music. And of course, it also helps them to understand that music talks. It's like a language, and we can feel different emotions while we're listening to music. And of course, they can also represent characters using music. In case stage 1, they continue to develop that further, and they start to recognize rhythms and music notation. They also do a lot of listening and performing activities that require working together as a partners or as a team. So we do, for example, glockenspiels, where they have to play small, simple songs, and they have to read the notation and the rhythms to understand how to play that song. And into that topic, they also learn more small things that we learn in music, like the high and low notes, or the tempo changes that could happen in a song, and dynamics, like how fast or slow is the music, or how loud or quiet. So all of these different things that are part of the music curriculum, and they start to use it along with playing instruments. And of course, as well, we use them for training the boys as well. We teach them how to train the boys to do high and low sounds, how to do loud and quiet sounds, and we use the body percussion as well. Then in lower key stage 2.
So lower key stage 2, so that's year 3 and year 4. So again, we're looking at listening and understanding, composing, performance. Instrument-wise, the year 3s will be looking at the xylophones and introducing them to use the ukuleles. And also closely linked to their topics that they're learning in class. So I know the year 3s are doing Farm to Future. The year 4s, we're kind of traveling all around the world. So we're picking different countries every couple of weeks and exploring music from that country. So for example, this week, the year 4s are looking at India and music that comes from India, the instruments and different songs and dances. Year 4s later on in the year will be learning the ukulele. And then with every lesson, we're always using percussion instruments. So then moving into year 5 and year 6, again, it's just building on that knowledge every year. So widening the vocab for, dynamics and tempo, and describing what they can hear in a piece of music. Composing, again, we're building on that. The year 6s, we'll be looking at composing and sound effects and how that's used in film music. We're also looking at doing some basic keyboard skills with the year 6s as well. At the moment, they're learning about the Vikings. So we've been learning songs about the Vikings. We've been making sounds, exploring the Viking instruments, and just kind of having fun with all that. The year 4s at the moment have their Greek topic. So again, they've been doing ancient Greek songs, again, looking at the instruments. And then next term, they're going to do a samba unit and look at instruments from like the samba music. So yeah, that's kind of the general overview for years 3 to 6.
And then, of course, it's really important that not only learning, but they have experiences outside school or inside school, and they get to do field trips that relate to music. So, for example, in events, we would like to do this year a few events with the primary school choir, which is one of the ECAs that has been offered for Term 1. And all the children who have signed up, they will have the chance to perform in different school events like in National Day, or we will also try and take them to the Christmas tree lighting event in one of the hotels in Dubai, so they can experience how it is to be in a performance outside school. They will also perform in school assemblies, and then one of the biggest events will be participating at the Big Sing, which happens in March early next year at the Expo City. Then, of course, we're gonna try and do a winter performance with all the primary children, so they can showcase what they have been learning in class, and they can also perform some winter songs to parents. And for year 5 and 6, we are going to try and do an end of year production with them, so they can apply all the drama skills that they will be learning this year, as well as the musical side, and put it on a performance at the end of the year. And we will start doing auditions in term 2, so we have time to prepare for the main characters, the main roles, and then as well to do the singing parts with the rest of the children. And another opportunity for the children to showcase as well the music and knowledge will be with the Monday music mornings. We're going to ask all the children who would like to perform or who know how to play an instrument to take part on those Monday music mornings, or Fridays, still to be confirmed. If they would like to showcase what are they learning or how can they play that instrument. So during drop-off time, they will go to the reception area and they will perform a few songs for all the children while they're coming into school. And as an extra curriculum activities, you may have seen yesterday on the school app as well, that we are doing 3 music ECAs for primary children. The first one is the mini maestros, which is learning how to play either the clarinet, the saxophone, the flute, or the drums, in order to learn simple songs and have that feeling of how it is like to play in a band and play with other children. Then we have as well the Guitar Heroes, which Miss McKay will be running.
So that'll be a Thursday afternoon, I think. So that's for like beginners or advanced. Anyone who wants to play guitar is welcome to come to that. We'll be learning basic chords and how to accompany some popular songs as well.
And then the final one is, like I said, the primary school choir, where the children who enjoy singing, they will have the opportunity to perform in school events and outside events. And like I said, the biggest one will be in the Big Sing at the Expo, which I've got here a small video from last year's performance. So I will play it so you can have an idea. So this was the Big Sing at the Expo last year. And to give you more details about it, is an event that I have been doing for the past 5 years, where schools around Dubai, they can participate. Anyone, any school from around Dubai, they can participate. And the main objective is that children get to learn the same songs, and they get to perform with children from different schools, all of the songs together as a one big choir. And the songs are all original songs from the music teachers teachers that take part every year, and they're all around a different theme. So every year we choose a different theme that it has to do either with the UAE or not. Last year it was about love and hope, but previous years it was about the tolerance, the year of tolerance, or the year of Zayed. So it depends. Every year it's a different topic, and as I said, it's original songs, which is also a great experience for the kids. And let me see that. And then finally as well, we have a program in school, the Peripatetic Music Program, which is run by CMA, the Center for Musical Arts. These are individual music lessons that they offer in school and during school time. They are separate from the school fees. So if you would like your child to take part on these, it's a separate registration. You have to go onto the school app and find out how can you register your child for those lessons. They're at the moment offering for piano, guitar, drums, violin, and voice lessons. They are one-on-one, so it's one teacher with your child for 30 minutes once a week, and it happens during the school day on a rotational timetable. So let's say your child has violin on Mondays, they will do every Monday on a different time, so they don't get to miss the same subject every week. And of course, when they go back to class, they need to catch up on what they have been missing for that lesson. But it's also another opportunity for those children who like to learn how to play an instrument and they don't have time after school to go somewhere else, so they can do that in school with CMA. If you need more information, again, it's on the app, or you can also email us as well, and we'll be happy to share with you more information. And yeah, that's it for today. So if you have any questions, we can help you answer those. So I see now in the messages that there are some questions, but if you have any other question and you want to unmute yourselves, please feel free to do so. Let me see. The winter concert, yes, we still don't have a confirmation on the date, but it will be before the holiday break. So probably 1 or 2 weeks before the holiday break, because we know that sometimes children travel before the school ends. So we want to make sure that everyone takes part. So it will be like 1 or 2 weeks before we go on a winter break. Yeah, we can send the recording of this meeting as well. It will be shared with all of the parents who were not able to attend. Who can attend and they get any chance to perform in school for the holidays? The ECA is actually, the choir ECA is for 30 children maximum at the moment. If we see that there are many more in a waiting list, then we can open it up and do a second ECA with more children who are interested, so they can have a chance to perform as well. But again, this will be offered the whole year, so in term 1, 2, and 3. So if your child didn't get into the choir in term 1, then we can look at how can we increase the number for term 2 as well. Yeah, so again, the choir ECA it was live yesterday, but I think I'm afraid that it's already filled up. That's why it doesn't show anymore on the app. And for year 2 ECAs, yeah, there was the mini maestros, which is the one that Miss Verwe is doing, where they can learn how to play the clarinet, the flute, the drums. But I think as well it was quickly filled up, so that's why it doesn't show. Yeah, I think that's it. If you got any more questions, or you have any questions later on that you would like to ask, please feel free to email us, and we'll be happy to answer any other questions you may have. And again, this meeting will be sent, and as well the PowerPoint, so you can go and look through it if you want to do so. I think that is all the questions. Yeah. Right, so thank you very much for attending the webinar. I hope we answered some of the questions that you had, and again, feel free to email us if you got any more questions. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.